So we're gonna do some more. Okay, here's what happened, okay? We recorded a 2-hour conversation. I asked her yesterday if I could just buy the full convo off of her, because now I'm like, okay, well, we need to post everything now. But she said she's only got like 44 minutes of the footage left because she's already cut it down. I think that the issue is, we talked about it. She said she could try to post a full 44 minutes, but I don't even think it's worth it at this point. It doesn't matter. Listen, it's all learning lessons. I think the issue is that for her past content, basically what she does is she writes skits, and then she has a guy like read a thing off, and then she responds.
What do I do if a girl friend zones me?
Block her.
She's a 4, but she doesn't talk much.
She's a 7.
So she has like a formula for doing her TikTok skits, which is really effective and works really well for her TikTok. But I think the issue is that she's not used to having like a real human being on the other end of that interaction. So like when she's editing her TikToks in the past, she's not thinking like, oh, like I don't want this guy to look bad, because it was like her ex or a friend that's like reading off like lines that she's already written on her shit. So I think when she was editing down mine, she's not really thinking like, oh, is this gonna make him look bad? She's just trying to like get her point across, basically.
What do you think is the leading cause of rape?
Girls not willing to be upfront with what they want at the beginning of an encounter. I would say for women, if you don't feel like you can say no in the moment, I would say put off like new sexual experiences until you feel like you can do that.
But I mean, like, obviously we talked about it a lot yesterday. She's gonna send me like future ones she does so that I can see it. Like, I think she's gonna post another one today, but it's a much better back and forth than just making me seem like a fucking rapist. It's called How Does She Only Have 44 Minutes of Footage Left and Not the Whole Thing? Because she just records shit onto the SD card on her camera, and then she has to clear everything on it because she's taking pictures for stuff. Did you review the one that's going out today? Yeah. I told her for the past ones I said you can release whatever you want. I don't care. But I didn't think it was going to be that egregiously done. But also I don't think she thought it was that egregiously done too. Or not. Or maybe she's a huge backstabber. She was a secret agent sent from labs. So you think what you want. I don't care. I'm very disappointed in you. Why do you not care? Well, I do care, but it's already out there. There's nothing you can do at this point. Farha was just like sitting off, like just hanging out because she was obviously done for the day. She wasn't doing anything. And then I was like, oh, you should come sit here for
Pepe
this.
wins.
And then and then he was like, oh, okay. That's why she was in the last episode. But she had nothing to contribute or say about any of the topics that were going on. So I know a lot of people are like posting like, oh, she's such an ungrateful or blah, 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 blah. But it was like, Adam was like, come sit here and be in this chair.
Can you ask Farha to add a pinned comment on the TikTok? Or do you just not care at all?
The thing is, because she offered to take it down, but I'm like, well, if you take it down, it kind of looks like I bullied you into like removing it. I don't know. Listen, the fires of the internet will burn, and you know we'll get some debates off of this.
Yeah, and how do you feel about reaching for interesting after the Farha clip? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, this is annoying as to talk about because my audience is full of words, but I think there are a couple things that I should have been a little bit more careful about. One is I gave her carte blanche to basically do whatever she wanted. I didn't think it would end up being that bad, but like I had a discussion with her about it, and then I went back and I looked over kind of like the content that she does or whatever. I think I kind of understand it a little bit more, but basically I think that the way she says it, the way that she edits clips, like she has to have like a very clear story from start to finish, and she has to fit it all in. And like I think it's about anywhere from 60 to 180 seconds. And that even like I think even for some of our clips, like some of them were even a little bit longer. But like I think traditionally, I think the way that she used to do content is like she's writing everything. She's writing like the response, she's writing for the other guy. Usually it's like a nameless, faceless guy that she has like in her TikTok stuff that she's writing both sides for, and her only goal is just like get her argument across, like be sarcastic, make it look good, and that's it. And I don't think she's ever edited content before where she's trying to like keep in mind that the other person is like a real person with a reputation that's like super, like probably shouldn't be outed as like a fucking rapist or whatever. And yeah, we had that conversation. She felt bad about it, but like she offered to take it down and everything. But I'm like, well, at this point, like everything's already kind of out there. It doesn't matter much anyway. Like I don't know if it would matter. I asked for the original footage so I could try to post the full thing, but she's already cut down. Apparently she saves everything that she films on like the SD card for her camera, and she'd already edited down the 2-hour stuff to the 44 minutes. And she said that the part that I had given that answer to, she'd already edited out. So it's basically anyway. So I'm like, yeah, well, fuck it. So I know this like going forward, basically.